This is a child at school. He looks bored, doesn't he? Sure, and like many of you, I get bored at school sometimes too. That's a common feeling among most students, but not all children in the world agree. We may not realize how lucky we are if we consider that there are about 263 million kids who cannot go to school. Education is a worldwide right that should be available to everybody. But there are several situations that prevent this from happening. It is devastating to think that out of these 263 million kids, 130 million of them are girls, and they cannot go to school just because of their gender. These incredibly large numbers made me reflect on how lucky I am to go to school and how unfair it is that we sometimes complain, while there are girls who will do anything to get an education. Despite the fact that we live in a world where we can launch rockets into space and where cars drive themselves, gender equality in education is still an unresolved problem. Only 49% of all countries have achieved gender equality in primary education. The problem is most evident in the poorest areas of the globe, such as in Africa. As you may know, the country with the highest disparity in primary education is Afghanistan, where nearly 30% of girls have never entered primary school. Another Asian country also characterized by unequal access to education for girls is Pakistan, where research has shown a negative relationship between the level of education a woman achieves and the likelihood of acts of violence against her. But why are girls not allowed to go to school? Well, there are many reasons. It is known that the poorer countries are more affected than the richer ones. But there are other causes such as poverty, religion, culture, distance from school, and gender bias. Another huge reason is child marriage. 1 in 5 girls are detained at home waiting for a husband while the family is arranging the marriage. Consequently, they do not get any chance for an education. We are lucky to live in the wealthy part of the world. That means it's our responsibility to help the poorer countries achieve gender equality in education. But what can we do? How could we ever solve this global issue? Well, there are people who did amazing things, such as Savitribai Phule. She got married when she was 9 and learned how to read and write from her husband. To fight against gender inequality in education, she opened a school for girls in 1848, becoming the first female teacher in India. Her life is still considered a symbol of women's rights. In addition to the actions of these individuals, certainly there are the governments and institutions who have the duty to put in place all the necessary actions, like improving laws, investing in schools, and creating all conditions to progressively reduce the problem. But if we now look at ourselves, what can we do concretely? Here, why not tonight at home while we comfortably sit on the couch? Let's think of those less fortunate and make a small gesture. We can decide to donate to foundations that focus on this global issue, like UNICEF, and donate some unlucky girls the opportunity that they deserve. This is the link from where everyone can donate. I already donated to make a small gesture, and a small gesture is something everybody can afford. If you really do care about this, don't wait. Do it today. Thanks.